Hey guys, today we're eating a toast sandwich that is pretty characteristic of Turkey. They, for some reason, love to stuff their toast with preserved meats like sausage and not pork-based, but beef, because they don't eat pork in a Muslim country like this. But it's really tasty. It reminds me of something like I would have if the Major League Baseball, MLB, was actually a turkey-based sport instead of US. I think this is what they would eat instead of hot dogs. And it's not totally hot. It's not a hot sandwich. It's more of like a tepid sandwich. I wouldn't say cold cut either. But Cassie got one too, and I recommended hers because, you know, she trusts my opinion, I guess. Cassie, do you want to just tell them a little bit about your sandwich?
Yeah, I didn't really want ketchup on it, but they put ketchup on it, and it's okay. It's just kind of like reminds me of a barbecue when someone puts ketchup on my hot dog without asking me, which happens actually a lot.
Yeah, you know, people sometimes, even when you're traveling abroad, they just don't read the menu. They don't know what they're ordering. And this one obviously had ketchup on it. But it's good. Like I said, I think she's gonna love it. I wanted to start liking ketchup actually, because it's one it's one of the things she doesn't allow me to split the costs for in our grocery bills. So that would be really awesome. It'd be really exciting, huh? But yeah, we're pretty low energy right now because we just kind of came back from, she drove 3 hours, I drove like a lot, basically the same. While she was driving, I basically had to watch her the whole time because I just was not trusting of her skills. But yeah. We got a lot better than that steak. It's really hard to describe. It's like a crunchy exterior, but not a lot of bread. And filled with meat. Really delicious. Like a smoked meat flavor. I really appreciate this kind of heavy breakfast after skipping dinner. Something she's trying to introduce into our life. I know why.
Our digestive systems got to rest all night, all evening.
Or they were just desperately looking around the empty stomach for food, working twice as hard, trying to find scraps on the floor.
No.
No?
We went right to sleep after Christian watched his own Instagram stories for 2 hours.
And then Cassie once again couldn't wake up before 9. I always have to watch her, dude. Honestly. Yesterday, dude, she wanted to stay at Pamukkale till like midnight to look at the ruins when we had a 3-hour drive to get to Fethiye, and she was just like, oh, if you were in here, I literally would be still at the ruins. We got to our apartment at like 12 o'clock when we left, in her mind, super early. And she was throwing the biggest fit about that, right? You're like, she was super whiny, like thinking the whole communication thing was out of whack, and she was having a crisis, honestly, right there on the spot.
Yeah.
I don't understand what she was
We
saying.
were trying to look at the temple of a biblical figure. Well, sorry, we wanted the Temple of Apollo. I wanted to go to the Temple of Apollo. He wanted to go, or he didn't want to go anywhere. He was dragging his feet the whole way. And I wanted to see the tomb of a biblical figure, and he whined about that and said, no, you don't really need to see that. It's stupid. Nobody cares about that. And I was like, dude, no, everyone cares about that. Like, it's a biblical figure.
Apollo is a biblical figure?
Mm-mm. It was the other thing that was further down the road.
Guys, she's totally making the story up. She just, like, of course I care about ruins, but I just tried to get us at home at a reasonable hour, which was still late, even after in her mind, she thought I was like a dictator bringing her out of the ruins super early. She does this all the time. Like, she just thinks that by me trying to be reasonable, getting us to the right places at the right time, she's like, thinks I'm some dictator overlord when I'm just literally supervising her.
I would have appreciated it if he had said. I would have appreciated it if he would have told me that he wanted to leave early. That he wanted to leave. I didn't even know. He was just rushing me. He was like, you don't want to do that? No, don't go over there. That's lame. Like, nobody cares. And I was like, why are you rushing me? Why are you rushing me? What's the rush? And then he told me, okay, we should get home. But, like, soon. You're going to have to drive late at night. It's not safe. And I was like, oh.
It was not like that. She still continued to buy it for a while, and now she thinks that it's reasonable.
No, I was like, oh, okay, so you have another need, okay? Like, let's talk about your need. Okay, you need to get home sooner. That's fine. That's great. Like, that's totally logical. That makes sense.
Everybody needs to get home, and she kept on making
and
it
then
this need.
said I didn't need to go home.
It's like somehow I like have this unique need of getting home before like 6 a.m. She said she would have still been at the ruins at like 1 a.m. I honestly don't know what she means by this.
I just
being my
wanted
need.
a conversation to happen before he was pushing me through the ancient ruins. Like, I want a nice, like, slow, enjoyed experience. Like, we're gonna look here, we're gonna look here. But he was thinking, we need to go. And I don't like that energy. And so what would be better is that if he said at the beginning, like, hey, look, it's 6 p.m. We only have time to look at 2 ruins, so pick 2 ruins.
Basics. She just wants me to talk to her like a father when she's like 9 years old or something.
Yeah.
Before we go out there, Cassie, we're gonna do.
Why do you think I'm in a relationship? I'm here to reenact my childhood. Don't act like you aren't. Calling me mommy all the time. Anyways, it was a great time. We had a lot of fun. Christian made everything up to me by putting sand all over his face and looking like Michael Jackson.
That was really good. So once you eat the entire thing, you then realize that it's even better than it was when you started. It's just full of energy. Calories, I think is what they call it in the industry.
So I still have this much left.
Yeah. Yeah, we're also at
ate that in,
Turkey,
like, 9 minutes.
by the way. And most people wouldn't expect us to be in Turkey because this is a travel ban. But I know people in government
Oh yeah, did you look into that?
Yeah. Can I have some of your sandwich? Wow, yours is a lot better.
Really?
It's not hotter. Yeah, mine wasn't hot. Do you like it? Why didn't you say anything about it besides the fact that there's ketchup on it and you don't like ketchup?
Because that's my shtick.
Talk about like all the many ingredients in there and how it makes you feel so happy.
Yeah. There's like 2 types of meat, I think. Pepperoni-ish, salami-ish, and then this like pink salami-ish thing. And there's like a potato salad going on in it, which is really interesting. Pickles, peas, carrots. The bread is great. A bunch of mayonnaise. The ketchup is gone. There was like 1 dab of ketchup at the beginning. Weird. Almost like they were taunting me. But tell us what you found about the travel ban, because Christian posted a story, someone commented on it like, where are you? And he's like, Turkey. And he's like, how'd you get there? Like, isn't there a travel ban? And we're like, what? There's a travel ban?
Well, we know there's a travel ban. We just know that there's also free flights. There are travel bans for a lot of countries.
Okay.
This is all information we know. There's no research really needed to be done. I'm just looking at the marketing of it to see if we could have misinterpreted it to mean all countries or something.
Want another bite?
Okay, well that's one of the many important cultural dishes here in Turkey that I wanted to share with everyone.
But so what's the travel ban?
That's not what this channel is about. Do you understand that this is a food channel?